Look, in my defense, the Grim Reaper showing up is supposed to be a surprise. So the fact that I literally had no idea that this pack was ever going to exist, nor any concept of any kind of concept that might be involved in a life and death expansion pack, I will absolutely take whatever that is though, because it's a bird. Kind of like the chickens that are always like having a hard time in the cottage living pack. It looks like those are like tarot cards. My sister would freak out. Oh, hi little specter friend. Okay, wait, okay. You know, oh my gosh, are you just gonna watch Grandpa, like, die in his bed now? Okay, on the one hand, that's really sad, and on the other hand, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine if we had just, like, sat there waiting for Tate to pass away. This is literally a funeral pack. I thought that people were a little bonkers for suggesting this because I didn't think that there was ever going to be something. What the heck? Oh my gosh. I know I'm late to the game. Oh my gosh, a will. Okay, they're absolutely setting things up for that royalty expansion that I heard rumors of. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to go back through a life bucket list. Oh my gosh, an angry child? A ghost that can cause mischief and chaos? Okay. Wait, this is a lot more involved than... This is a lot more involved than I anticipated. I... What? Okay. To be fair, I never even thought about this being a real thing. So the fact that it is, and the fact that, oh my gosh, that it, so help me, if they can like actually reminisce, I think I'd cry. Like if you actually had just a quick moment of a little blurb of like life that they had together with their loved ones. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to make like special videos about that now, and maybe it'll actually feel like it matters now that Sims come and go. And talk about something I never ever anticipated, never thought about, never thought I wanted in my entire freaking life. And now, cannot even imagine what was that. Wait a second. Was that like rebirth? Um, okay. Actually, now that I saw it all go down, I don't know if there's a more important thing for the sake of long term legacy gameplay. I need to have a think. All right, I'm not gonna lie. This looks amazing. This looks really cool. This looks like a way to absolutely, positively, permanently change the style of gameplay for any story that you create in Sims. And that is the core key essence to what really feels super important to me for what you want to expect out of being able to have long-term stories and gameplay and that sandbox experience. And as someone who literally never really even gives a second thought to the vast arena of more the gothic tones and the funeral tones that my sister claimed when we were teens and I just let her have it. This is so exciting. I don't even know where to begin because there's a lot going on here. There's so much gameplay. I am very excited. Okay, where do I even begin? I guess with the endless journey. There's so many new features and I'm so nervous because there's going to be new skills, aspirations, neighborhoods. There's a lot coming in this pack that just stuns me. It almost feels like something, the big thing that they were like working on the most out of all of the stuff that's come out so far this year. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited now. Oh my gosh. Okay, pull myself together. So, build your bucket list, which Sims will now have, by collecting goals throughout your Sims life, starting as a young adult. Items will appear on your list based on your Sims traits and family relations, and you can choose your own. Removing items is possible, but completing them yields powerful rewards. Oh, my aspiration meter from Sims 2, how I miss thee. If a Sim's life ends with items still on the list, they can devote their afterlife to completing their unfinished business. The ultimate reward for experiencing everything on the list is the option to be re-freaking born. Can you imagine a challenge where you try to play a Sim and fulfill all of the things on their bucket list so that they can be reborn and see how many generations you can make that happen? That'd be so interesting. Though you can still choose to move on or remain in this plane as a ghost. So, by the way, noting it, other than this amazing thing, like, what is that, like, just like grandma reborn? Like, I have a lot of questions about how that would work out. But we also have a little anti-ghost sign in the background. There's quite a bit of new architecture that's going to be popping up. A lot of new style designs. This is going to dovetail very neatly with the Paranormal Pack, which I think a few of the features from the Paranormal Pack are going to be popping in, but we'll talk more about that in a moment. A ghastly gorgeous life. Make death your life's work with a career of reaping souls for the active Grim Reaper career, which I legitimately didn't think that was going to ever happen. I'd heard rumors and hype, and I'd heard people getting really excited about that idea, and I remember being completely baffled, like, where are you people getting this? Never mind, I will simply start referring to those people for potential future expansions from now on, because there is indeed an active Grim Reaper career. I love this little crow bag, by the way. I have no idea what this is either. There's so much going on here. There's a lot. There's like a pet crow you can have now, which is really cool. Like I said, there's so much here. I have never looked forward to Halloween this much. It's my mother's birthday, so normally I don't look forward to Halloween like terribly much, but I really am excited this year. Let's see. So, a ghastly gorgeous life. Make death your life's work with a career of reaping souls, or helping ghosts, dispersing hauntings, or more as a member of Grimm's team. Or you could become a mortician and deal with death more from a perspective of the living. Outside of work, you might spend your days exploring crypts and building the thanatology skill, which is like the psychology of grief and mourning. For the new Ghost Historian aspiration. These things, among other dark diversions, like bonding with your pet crow, or collecting and reading lost tarot cards of Lady Raven Dancer Goth, will have a special appeal to Sims who are macabre, one of 3 new traits. And then there's funerals. Also, I think this is like, that might be Nervous subject from The Sims 2 Strangerville. We're gonna have to revisit that, but rumor has it that he and Ophelia are going to be returning. That, if you have any idea who I'm referring to, should be pretty shocking, but also kind of exciting. So we'll resume thinking about that in a bit. Why is this child thinking about flame? You know what? These candles. Oh, is that a cute little like parasol mushroom creature thing? Oh my gosh. Like the style, it feels like this is what Paranormal Pack was supposed to be all along. This is kind of wild. Goodbye for now. Different Sims will grieve in different ways. There are 4 types that will tie into both Sims' personalities and their relationship with the deceased. Oh my gosh, I wonder if there's like a dancing on their grave one. That would actually make me try to have enemy Sims. If you could have at the end, the one of them dancing on the grave of the other, I actually would try to have antagonistic Sims if that happened, because that'd be kind of hilarious. Grieving rituals are customizable and unscripted, allowing you to hold whatever type of event fits your story. In life, Sims can create wills, which will be used to pass down heirlooms, assigning guardians for surviving dependents, that's really cool, distribute their simoleons, and more. Sims can honor the departed with a memorial display featuring their portrait, and by interring their urns in crypts or in custom caskets and grave sites. Also extremely cool. I wonder if that might be tied into like the stories feature where you just suddenly get a call and it's like your cousin died and here's their orphan and you have to take them in. That would be pretty wild. Friendly or fiendish, linger on as a ghost and spend your afterlife helping or terrorizing the living. So the poor ghost, which really haven't had much to do of anything for so long, might finally have more to do, which means that our great Aunt Allison on the Green Family Legacies farm might finally be able to do something more than putter around and watch as, like, Pine Green just cries over her urn all day long. You didn't even know her. Maybe he's very sensitive when it comes to the morning. By the way, it looks like some ghosts are woohooing in a grill over here. I hope that's Ghost at least. And there's some little gnomes partying around and a ghost train. There's a lot happening. Also, it looks like somebody is being yeeted around by a ghost, levitating Sims and hanging them upside down. Fun and profitable. They may drop simoleons. Their interactions with the living can earn them fear or goodwill essences, which can be sold for simoleons. There's a lot to do after death. Ghosts can even pair up for a special spectral woohoo. Yes, I see that over there then. So there's a lot to take in just at a glance to begin with. And then this is one of the most dense posts they have ever done for an expansion pack. I am so freaking blown away because there is just a lot that's going to be buried in here, including a new neighborhood called Ravenwood that will have 3 unique sub-neighborhoods. Where Sims walk shoulder to shoulder with ghost Sims who have unfinished business. Begin your Sims journey in Krogos Crossing, an eerie village rumored to be frequented by ghosts and regular hauntings. Venture down cobbled roads, or happen upon the try before you die casket sale. Sims seeking solace can visit the town cemetery, dappled with headstones and graves to pay respects to Sims who once walked these roads, or may still be doing so, or disappear into a crypt to share a special moment with a lover or a ghost, or tell ghost stories. With the Ravenwood Family Day or Crow's Crossing Celebration of Life festivals, haunted houses, and a ghostly guarded wishing well, there's plenty to explore. So the way that we see the specters, and we've seen them in the video, and the way that we have a lot of ghost activity, and the way that we've also got hauntings and haunted houses makes me think that this is going to tie in strongly with the paranormal pack, if not just kind of like yoink some features from that, which kind of makes me tilt my head a little, but we'll see. For a slower pace, Sims can also stroll through the rolling hills and idyllic countryside of Whispering Glen. Steeped in ruins and rumors, it's a paradise for collectors and historians alike. Exploring the local crypt, investigate the Tarot Tome Shrine at the base of the ruins, garden in the shared community plots, or gather collectibles. Whatever you do, stay until the moon rises. Each night, Whispering Glen hosts the local Moon Revelry Festival, where Sims can swim under the moonlight, share stories at a bonfire, and dance. Things get a little wild during the full moon, where clothing is entirely optional. So that... pretty sure that is the absolutely amazing place that we saw here, where we've actually got a Sim with those beautiful moss trees swimming. So she's checking off things from her life list, but swimming in this, like, oh my gosh, there's so many cute little death fish. Did you see the little death fish? Look at them! And it looks like this will turn you into a ghost if you swim in these waters sometimes, which leaves a lot to like kind of think about. That's not nervous subject, is it? I gotta just double check these things. There's this really beautiful tower. There's so many details. There's like a whole, wow. Okay, another bar. Oh my gosh, we're drowning in bars. The candelabras, the clothes, the fact that you can hang out with Grimm, these dead plants. It's really quite wild to me just how much is involved in everything. Because it feels like snippets from Paranormal Pack, it feels like snippets from like the like family expansion packs, it feels like snippets from the Magic Realms packs, just kind of all put together with some actual gameplay that could affect legacies in a good way. Talk about just absolutely gobsmacked. Also, are those sunflowers already in the game? I gotta find out. And okay, so no ghost here. You've got a whole bunch of crypts and mausoleums, and then there's little graveyards. And there's people just kind of gathered for mourning, and there's a little bear, and there's a whole bunch of little caskets and gravestones, a whole bunch, like a wide variety of new types. I really like the ones that have crows. Isn't that like an actual picture? That's probably just decorative, but you could probably put pictures down. Oh my gosh. Are those new lily pads, by the way? I wouldn't be surprised. You could visit their graves. Those look like new plants back here, and maybe these sunflowers are new then. Well, no, that's actually his picture, but if that's just a cute little way to show it off or not remains yet to be seen. I love those pine trees. I'm pretty sure we already have them, but you know I would be starting to pick apart all of the different plants. So there's a ton to kind of eye up. Even the ways that you can set up the funerals, it's just, and like, it just keeps going. It just keeps going because there's the bell tower that rings at odd hours. Sentient plants. What does that mean? I missed that the first time I read through this. The baleful bog to have an out of body experience. So maybe that's not the Moon Revelry Festival at Whispering Glen. That's at Morningvale. What? The transition into rebirth, partake in the local customs at the Thinned Festival, or make peace with their mortality at the Afterlife Anonymous meetup. Whatever happens, a trip to this neighborhood is sure to send a shiver down the spine. And Sims only live once, right? There's a lot to do in a Sim's lifetime, and so little time. Keeping track of everything a Sim wants to do to live their life to the fullest with the soul's journey, an all-encompassing reward system uniting aspirations and wants. A Sim's soul's journey allows them to achieve rewards as they fulfill goals, and with the ultimate reward being the ability to rebirth a Sim with the special burning soul trait after their passing. Sims who are reborn after completing their soul's journey can unlock past childhood development skills, traits, and infant milestones, depending on the age they came back as. They may also find special ties to Sims from their past life. Players can also ensure Sims achieve fulfillment by creating and completing their bucket list. There are multiple ways for any young adult or older Sim to create a bucket list. If left alone, a Sim's bucket list will naturally populate over time based on their traits. There are also new interactions on the computer and journal which allow Sims to write a random goal themselves. What? Oh, that would be exciting. Write a goal from a category like traveler family, so then it's a little random but not totally. Oh my gosh, that's extremely exciting. Or write a specific goal. Completing a bucket list has powerful rewards, including the ability to experience rebirth. So those random goals, that is such a powerful tool for storytelling and gameplay because it sounds like what you do for the like not so berry, the flower, the generations like challenges. Almost any of them have something where you need to complete certain goals for each generation. If you have a whole bunch of random goals like that, imagine modded custom ones starting to come in. So you actually just had that to keep track of your not so berry or whatever challenge you might be doing, or if you could add them in to populate the lists that might be pulled from randomly. That, for somebody like me who loves the story building in the game, is huge. Very huge. Super understated, kind of tucked in there, but huge as a mechanic. As a ghost, Sims may also continue their soul's journey to complete their unfinished business, which, if completed, will result in an even more powerful form or rebirth with the burning soul trait. For some Sims, leaving life behind is hard to do. Players can let their Sims linger as playable household members, where they can wreak havoc on the living or lend a helping hand. Ghost Sims who build special connections with each other can pair up to form a special spectral woohoo inside objects of all shapes and sizes. Oh no. As Sims adjust to their playable ghost forms, they can customize their look and create a Sim, build ghost powers, and even earn fear or goodwill essence from their interactions with the living to make simoleons. Yes, there's still room to grow in the afterlife. Oh my gosh. And then Grimm's the boss with the new Grim Reaper profession and Undertaker career. In the Reaper profession, Sims with an infinity in the afterlife can become Grim Turns and work their way up to Reaper as they make a career out of facilitating the next phase of life for Sims. Work with Grim at the Netherworld Department of Death, the NWDD, and even head off into the field. Sims in this profession can experience Reaper training with all-around good guy training dummy Kenny. Oh my gosh. Maintain Grimturn Sim sites, practice reaping souls on practice dummies, and determine cause of death for reaped souls. At higher levels, Sims in this career can even determine which souls they'll reap and which they'll return to life. Once received, souls can be placed into the Netherworld portal to meet the soul quota. Grimturns who meet the soul quota are eligible to become Employee of the Month. The Undertaker career is a classic career in which Sims will serve both the living and the dead. From grave digging to embalming, Sims who pursue a career in the funeral industry ensure all Sims can move on in peace. Specializing in this before afterlife care prepares Sims for difficult moments like discussing end-of-life services or contemplating existence. 6 feet in, and they will be rewarded with a plague mask, a Murphy membrane bust, or a Corpius commendation plaque to honor their achievements. It has 2 branches Sims can go down, either mortician or funeral director. Oh my word. See, look, there's so much. And then you go ahead and morality, or mortality. Okay, morality would be a strong one. That was kind of parenthood. Mortality and the afterlife can impact the way Sims interact with the world around them to help create unexpected and exciting stories. Experience the Ghost Historian aspiration, unlock horror novels, and receive the Ghost Whisperer reward trait. Visit any lot with the Hallowed Grounds lot trait. Try out our 3 new traits, Macabre, Chased by Death, and Skeptic. Delve into the Thanatology skill, or experience the Life and Death's new death type, Death by Murder of Crows. Oh my word, there's a lifetime of stories to tell. To prepare for their departure from the realm of the living, Sims can create a will at Town Hall in Crow's Crossing via the computer, or at the Family Day Festival. Through wills, Sims can assign their heirlooms to specific individuals, leave personal notes, set emotional reactions for loved ones reading the will, specify how they want their remains to be handled, make funeral planning requests, and even designate other Sims to take care of their pets or children. If the entire household passes away, they can choose to donate their simoleons to charity or to another known household. Wills can be updated at any point in a Sim's life. Oh my gosh. Losing someone is never easy, even for Sims. In The Sims 4 Life and Death, Sims now experience 4 types of grief: denial, holding it together, anger, and blues. A grief type the Sim receives is based off the traits, and if applicable, their relationship. Grief will have its own set of behaviors for Sims to navigate, and normally takes hold after the mourning period has ended. Not just death causes grief, though. Tough situations, such as the loss of a family member or close friend, divorce, getting fired from a career, the loss of a pet, can trigger grief. That is an excellent use of a new mechanic, so it's not just death. It's if you lose anybody who's like close to you too, or like you lose a relationship, you get fired from your career, the cat runs away again. Sims experiencing grief can reach out for help to other Sims for comfort. They can also attend grief counseling. Sims can console about death to other Sims or cope positively with grief by doing something creative or productive while in the grieving process. When at a funeral, Sims can offer awkward sympathies or offer a sympathetic joke. Once Sims pass away, funeral events can be planned and held. When planning a funeral, players can choose which Sims attend and who the deceased is, select a dress code and color for guests to be in, pick from a variety of 14 different activities, and determine the location and time. Examples of some of the activities at a funeral include giving a light-hearted eulogy, lighting candles, planting something, or serving food. Each funeral is unique, and sometimes ghost Sims may even appear at their own funeral. Sims can also honor their dearly departed. Oh my gosh, again, this is like so dense. It feels like this is like the pack they've worked on all year long. It truly does. It truly does. Sims can also honor the dearly departed by setting up memorial displays with a portrait of the deceased, selecting which urn or tombstone they want, decorating a gravesite, leaving a message on a special memorial statue, or by interring the urns into a crypt. And there's also the Lasting Legacy Family Portrait, the Haunting Lullaby Mournful Melodies music box, and the Masquerade in Foul Finery with the Plumed Elegance mask as the pre-order bonuses this time. What the heck? What? How am I so excited about a funeral pack? That's the last. It was literally like off my list. I was so not into it, and now I'm so into it. Do you realize how many different types of gameplay mechanics they've introduced at once? Better ghost, grief system, funeral system, which again, I didn't think I was going to be into. And to be honest, considering it took so long just for the first generation of my Sims Legacy to pass, who knows how often I'll actually get to use it. Well, apparently a lot, if you've seen any of the many deaths that have happened recently in my Sims adventures. Okay, again, maybe you're not supposed to expect death to show up. Anyway, I also foresee a very important future career, just saying, for a certain ghost punching Griffin Green, who definitely needs to grow up and be an adult now. The life bucket list, on top of being able to have like wills and set how people react to the wills, there's so much going on. And we get a crow pet, which probably just sits there and then flies off and brings back a random collectible, and everyone will call it cooler than dust bunnies, even though dust bunnies are adorable. But I will always be there for you, dust bunnies. And then on Sims Community, like, we've got quite a bit of extra info that just is popping up all the time. I just glanced at it before, like, finishing off talking to you guys, because there's just so much going on. Like, look at this crow pet. I'm so excited about that guy. And then the Sims grieving differently, writing wills, the different ghost. Power progressions for Ghost has 5 tiers split between good and evil lanes, as well as a 4-tier neutral lane. As you work to be the best or worst ghoul you can be, you can unlock powerful abilities. Make sure to watch your stamina gauge. You'll get more see-through when you're low on energy. So the ghosts will actually become more see-through, and maybe people won't see them as often. Oh, that's so cool. And you could do Otherworldly Curse or Benevolent Blessing at the top of the 2 different tracks. And then you could do the Goodwill Essences. You can visit with the dead. Crypts can hold up to the urns of 20 Sims, but they're more than just a final resting place. They can also be a place to visit to mourn, nap, woo-hoo, or join the mortician career. Eerie adventures also await. Make careful choices and you can find treasure, or something less pleasant. Cemeteries are a common site for grieving rituals. Ghosts often spend their time there, and if you encounter the gravekeeper at night, he might share a frightful tale. Cemeteries can be created and placed in any world. And there's going to be, let's see, you can visit Alice's dead tree to get a quest from the ghost mother, adventure in a haunted house, meet Grim in the garden ruins, encounter the frightening Edith in the village, and more. Oh, what? And there's just more that keeps popping up? Like the throwback to Nervous Subject and Olivia from Sims 2. The architect style is going to be Roman Revival. Like, there's the try it before you buy it caskets. Crypts, community gardens. There's going to be the Terrat Tome Shrine, that really cool place you can swim. The Grim Reaper strolls around the neighborhood of Morning Whale every now and then. Festivals you can go to, a ghost train. Like, it just, and the tarot cards, we didn't even really touch on those at all. I think that they're functional, but what do they do? Like, I wonder if they probably give you like a moodlet. The rebirth, the crow pets, like, there's a lot. There's a lot. Dying peacefully in your sleep. There's just a lot that's coming down here. Ghost cow plants! I have no idea what that's all about, but I need to find out. Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought I saw like a ghost cow plant in the trailer, but then I got distracted again. And there we go, guys. Did not. This was, like I said, not even on my list. It was off my list as something I even cared to care about. The idea of doing funerals kind of up there for me personally with cars, of like, oh, come on. There's so many other things I would want first. But I'm here for it. I'm really excited, and I suddenly feel like getting my affairs in order and taking good care of some of our Sim stories and legacies so that we clear the way to be able to see what the afterlife might have to offer. Well, hopefully we also still have a few other really fun things popping up for the future of The Sims 2. Well, The Sims 4, I suppose. You know what I mean. Because to be fair, this would be a hilarious way to kind of cap off the series, but I'm just going to leave that pile of chaos to others to worry about. And for now, like I said, time to get our affairs in order with our stories, because I actually think this is going to be shockingly fun. So, Dang, and just the architecture and everything makes me want to dive into Sims Medieval again. And if they're bringing back My Sims, I wonder if there's good hope for Sims Medieval Remake 2. That would be really, really, really exciting. I'm... all right, let's do this. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.